Good morning, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie. It is day 5 of the September series where I upload a video every single day. I am a little drained, but surprisingly not hungover. I think I stayed up so late that I went through like being tipsy to being hungover, and now I'm cured. Well, I won't say that. Anyway, today's plans, it is Labor Day, so I do have the day off. Thank you, laborers. I have a lot of YouTube videos to catch up on. I am one of those people that watches so much YouTube like it's television. I need that fix. And obviously I would love to finish another book. I'm debating whether I should like choose a short book or let my TBR game decide what I should read. That is risky though, because what if it gives me like an 800-page book? I don't know if I want to leave it up to fate because there are so many books I want to read right now. All right, I'm mostly caught up on YouTube videos, but now it's time for me to choose a book, and you know what? I think I'm just going to risk it and play my TBR game. This could be very, very bad. There's a card in here. For those of you that don't know, I have a tarot card TBR board game. I'll link down my intro video with all the directions and stuff down below. But there's a card in here. There's actually a few very nasty cards in here that will have me choose either a book I DNF'd or a book that I set down a long time ago and never finished. If I get those, I'm not gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna go again. So I'm going to shuffle these. They smell so good, like a brand new textbook. Set my board game up and my God, let's see what happens. All right, this is where the board was last time I played. I'm right here. I'm going to draw a minor arcana card that's gonna tell me how many spaces to go. If I land on a colored space, it'll also tell me what genre I'll be reading and which card I'm gonna have to pick up here. Okay, so my card, obviously I'm only gonna be trying to get one book. If I land on a sparkly, that would suck because it'll mean I have to read 2 books. This is the 5 of Pentacles. Ooh. So if I land on a colored space, that is horror, thriller, or mystery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yes. If I land on a green space, I pick one of the major arcana, which I call a character card, and each of these has a prompt. The prompt will have to coincide with the genre horror, thriller, or mystery. So let's see what it is. Oh my God. It is the Star. I feel like I had this another time. Read a backlist NetGalley book. Oh my gosh, that is perfect because I have a few short ones that I've been really wanting to read. Yes! Hello, welcome to my computer. I am looking rough, I'm so sorry. This is my backlist spreadsheet and I have it designed for my TBR game. These are all the books I own either through ebook, NetGalley, physically owned. Most of these are physically owned. And there are, let's see, 299 items on here. So first, let's select yes for NetGalley. I have quite a few I haven't read, and most of these, I think only one hasn't been released yet. And let's pick horror, mystery. Damn, I guess I don't have any thrillers on here. There are 12 options here. Some of them I really want to read, and I actually own a couple of these. This should not be on here because I actually DNF'd this book. Let's get rid of that. So we have 11 options, and I would lead this up to the number generator, but I want something short. Feed Them Silence by Lee Mandello, I know is short. Excuse me while I look all these up and find the page count. Okay, it's already 1 p.m. and I want to get to bed at a decent hour tonight. So I think I want to read something under 300 pages. So we have Feed Them Silence, Chlorine, A House with Good Bones, or At the End of Every Day. That one I'm really nervous about because I'm so looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure on NetGalley it said for fans of Julia Armfield, which this was one of my favorite books of last year, but it only has a 3-star rating on Goodreads, which is like, oh God, I'm so nervous. I think I'll go with the second shortest, A House with Good Bones. I think this is by T. Kingfisher, whose book, What Moves the Dead, was one of my other favorite books of last year. How exciting. Oh, this is so exciting. I really don't know what to expect with this. I have heard mixed reviews, and I'm hoping I get this sort of whimsical but wholesome feeling that had this. Like, there were a couple parts in here that were really unsettling, and the imagery was like insane, especially with, you know, what was going on here. But like, our main character character was weirdly funny, and I love them. It's a haunted house story, but our main character is going home to visit her mom for an extended vacation, but her mom is acting weird. She used to have clutter all over the house, and now the walls are painted sterile white. And when Sam steps out back to clear her head, she finds a jar of teeth hidden beneath the magazine-worthy rose bushes. Interesting. I hope you get something really goofy, like in How to Sell a Haunted House. I only gave this a 3.75, like I enjoyed it, but man, I feel like I'm not gonna ever forget this book because of why this house was haunted. So I'm hoping it's something really iconic like that. We'll see. All right, I've read 2 chapters and I like it so far. Also, there's a random quote by Beverly Jenkins. Interesting. I really like T. Kingfisher's writing style. I can't explain because it's not laugh out loud funny, but it's like comfort funny. Like this woman hasn't seen her mom in I'm not sure how long, but she doesn't look well. The first thing she says to her, "Are you okay? You don't have cancer or something, do you?" And then in parentheses it says, "Tact, I do not have it." And then there's this picture in her mother, who used to be her grandmother's house, of her grandmother and grandfather, I believe, and our main character says, "This would have been merely tacky if it had been an ordinary bride and groom, but the groom was wearing a military uniform in Confederate gray, which made it tacky and racist." Grandmay had been racist in that southern heavily in denial way, where you think watching Oprah counts as having a black friend. So yeah, we've gotten to the house. We're learning a lot about this family. Our main character's mom sounds really sweet, but her grandmother sounds like a bitch. And it sounds, just from context clues here, that she's the one that's haunting this house, if that's actually what's happening. Our main character's mom seems like scared of saying anything mean about the grandmother. She redecorated the entire house like the grandmother liked it. She put up pictures that her grandmother had. So yeah, that seems to be what's going on. There's a lot of little detail about biological things, which I'm not a biology fan, but for some reason when T. Kingfisher writes about animals in a very scientific way, I kind of like it. I feel though, like 2 chapters in, I've already gone through the synopsis of the book, so I feel like I'm not going to be able to tell you anything more that I read because they'll all be spoilers, and this is spoiler free. Oh, there was something that her grandmother used to say. She said, "You know what happens to little girls who swear? The underground children get them." Are there going to be underground children? That sounds truly frightening.
You really gonna throw yourself in the shoes on?
Yes, for the B-roll, baby.
Burgundies on the oaks, Greasy Ave every Sunday morning, Maplewood in the smoke, like a spirit, we feel it, it's taking us under. Any fire will stoke, find the answers that hide their meaning. Windy was like the roads, if we dream it, believe it, we'll fall into wonder. Walk with me, talk with me for a little bit. Let's get into it.
It's the book I'm reading, I swear to God.
Hard times, low key, a minute down. Lay back, afternoon chills. Eastside dads getting lost in stories. Sunbathe watches and stills. It's for freedom, a kingdom so weightless and tender.
Babe, this is creepy.
What the fuck? Cast a cat, it will be okay. Give and take, never hesitate. One by one, we keep on coming. Walk with me, talk with me for a little bit. Let's get into it.
All right, I'm about 72% of the way through. I'm on chapter 19. Also, I didn't realize that you could change, can you even see that? The font settings. This one that I changed it to, it's called Open Dyslexic. Maybe it helps me read better because I feel like I was able to pay more attention while I was reading. So that's very interesting. I didn't know that was even a thing. But I did snag the audio version because I am gonna try, if you guys have been tagging along with me this week, you'll know I'm trying to draw a creature creature. And so I sort of am drawing on Canva, and I made this little guy, and I'm like individually putting scales on him. I honestly can't tell if you can see that, but hopefully you can, because I'm putting a lot of work in here. And what a fun little activity to do when you're listening to a book. As for my thoughts on this book, I just love the way that T. Kingfisher writes. I honestly am getting the same sort of light-hearted, wholesome, almost funny tone, and I just eat it up. The story itself, though, it's not as riveting as What Moves the Dead. Obviously, this is like a novella, so, or at least a really short book, so it was going really quick. This one, like, the grandmother is so clearly haunting this house, and yet we have hardly even admitted that it's happening yet, and I'm just waiting for something to twist, something unexpected to happen, but we're almost 3/4 of the way through, that even if something unexpected happened now, it almost wouldn't even make up for it, you know what I mean? But I'm having a good time listening to it, so I really can't complain. It's funny how that works, because if something is written in a way that I enjoy, it doesn't even matter to me if I'm enjoying the plot itself. All right, I finished A House with Good Bones. And I know I just said that if the writing is good, I don't care about the plot. I guess I have to sort of, edit that. First of all, there was quite a surprise that I wasn't expecting, as you probably saw in my reaction of. And yes, definitely love T. Kingfisher's writing. I'm gonna read anything that she writes, honestly. I have a couple of her books here. Now I have no idea where they are since I've reorganized everything. Hold on. I have Nettle and Bone, which was published last year. I hear this is like a fairy tale, and I'm very excited for that type of story. And then I have The Hollow Places. I really don't know what this is about, but I think this is one of her older books. Let's smell it. Ooh, smells good. This story was very comfy, and I actually could see myself putting it on as an audiobook while I'm working, because it's very chill. It's very low stakes feeling, and I do love that. But I don't know why I wasn't connecting to the story itself. I don't know, maybe even more so because I changed to the audiobook. Sometimes when I go from reading the ebook or like the physical words with my eyeballs, I'm forgetting what words to use here, to like an audiobook, I don't connect as much. But honestly, before I even switched over, I wasn't really feeling close with the plot. I think something that T. Kingfisher does very well, though, are characters. Like, I care so much for some of these characters, and I find that very impressive. And so I don't really know where to land, because if I'm basing it off the writing style, the words, the structure, the humor, the coziness, then it would be like 4 stars with no thought to the plot. But then the plot itself was like a solid 3-star. So I guess I'm just gonna land on a 3.5. I know none of you like care exactly how I categorize everything. This is how I break it down in my head. As for my little creature, I did make this little guy. He seems so unfinished, so maybe that could be part of his, identity. He just is outlined in blue for literally no reason besides I think it looks cute. And he has little fangs because he is vampiric, and I think he is like a water vampire demon. And he's just too cute for his own good, I guess. Anyway, let me go over my stats. I've now finished 3 books, which feels phenomenal, although I really want a 5-star. But goddamn, I'm picky, aren't I? It's annoying. Today I read 247 pages of A House with Good Bones, and total for the September series I've read 869 pages. Thank you all for tagging along with me. I'm loving getting all your comments and talking to you. If you've read A House with Good Bones, obviously let me know what you thought. There was quite an array of ratings when I went on Goodreads. A lot of the friends I have on there have read it, and there are a lot of 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars. I saw a 1-star, so it's very interesting that this book has so many different ratings and feelings. That's all I have to say. I will see you I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.